Hello everyone, hope you are doing good. Welcome to a new series. So I've been asked to make a series on server-side tagging by my subscribers. So I thought I should make a series on server-side tagging. Okay, so I'll be covering all the necessary things about server-side tagging. Like I'll be covering Facebook Conversion API, GA4 server-side tagging, Google Ads server-side tagging, and I'll show you how to collect first-party data. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get started. So let's start with the first one, which is what is server-side tagging and why should we use it? Okay, so you can see I have made a documentation about server-side tagging. So let's read what I put over here. So what is server-side tagging? Client and server-side tagging are two routes to collecting audience data. With client-side tracking, the user's browser client sends data to the tracking platform server, whereas server-side tracking sends the user data to your website server first before being transferred to the tracking platform. Examples of the tracking platforms servers are Google Analytics or any social media platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or maybe TikTok. This is typically achieved using small pieces of code, cookies, tags, or pixels embedded in the website. So you can see this is one of the scenarios of server-side tagging. So for example, this is our website and this is our client side or browser side container, and this is our GA4 property or GA4 client, and this is our URL, and we'll be using custom URL, custom domain. So we are sending data using GA4 client to a rented server. Okay, and this is our server container where we'll have our GA4 client, and we'll be creating multiple tags, and the tags could be GA4 tags, Facebook conversion API tag, or Google Ads tag, and we're going to be sending data to the respective uh, platforms. Okay, so yeah, this one is also the same scenario. You can see this is our GA4 web client, and this would be our content. Then this is our rented server, and we'll be creating client in our server container, and we'll have multiple tags, and we're going to be sending data to Google Analytics, Google Ads, and for example, Facebook. Okay. So what is the lackings of browser side? So why do we need to set up server side tagging? Well, why we shouldn't use browser side tagging? So I have mentioned uh, couple of points over here. So you can see over here, browser restrictions, Safari Mozilla for browser side tracking, ITP, intelligent tracking prevention, iOS 14 updates, ad blockers, private browsers, smart browsers like Brave. So we cannot track this data for browser side tracking. So this is some of the scenarios, you know. So marketers are losing 10 to 30% of tracking data due to ad blockers and intelligent tracking prevention ITP imposed by the browser. Due to iOS 14 updates, if you want to track iPhone or Mac users and Safari browsing users, then it will show a pop-up to iOS users whether they want to share their personal data or not. If they allow, then pop-up would come up. Then we can target them using browser side tracking. Otherwise, we cannot track them. Almost 75% of the users deny allowing it. That's why we are losing a massive amount of users' data, you know. So why is server-side tagging important? Marketers have traditionally relied on analytics and audience data gathered through third-party cookies on the client side to inform their marketing and advertising campaigns and assesses website performance. But growing privacy concerns among consumers, increasingly stringent regulations and browser restrictions limit the ability to collect data in this way. Marketers are losing 10 to 30% of tracking data due to ad blockers and ITP imposed by the browser, as I already mentioned. Current methods to track e-commerce transaction using this client-side events result in significant measurement errors and broken customer journeys. This means the revenue attributable to your paid marketing efforts is underestimated. Okay. How does server-side tracking works? Server-side tracking is where one central cloud-based repository collects all the audience data and forwards that data to third-party platforms. So platforms could be GA4, uh, Google Ads, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever it is. When tracking users in the browser, a website typically has multiple tracking scripts running simultaneously with cookies in first-party or third-party format. Moving to server-side tracking means capturing all behavioral events in a single stream and then distributing them to the end data collection platforms. So what are the benefits of server-side tracking or tagging, whatever you say? The main benefits of server-side tagging versus client-side tracking are that is that it bypass browser restrictions, ad blockers, and intelligent tracking prevention, resulting in more accurate data collection, brings greater ownership and control. Adding this extra layer, your server makes this first-party data collection and affords you greater control and ownership. You decide which data to track and where to send it. It makes the process privacy friendly because it is first-party data collection. It is GDPR compliant. For example, marketers can enrich the data by adding relevant CRM data. This means you can build improved customer relationships and deliver better user experiences. So if you still rely on traditional browser-based web analytics, you're not getting a complete and accurate picture of your audiences, online behavior, and preferences. It is high time to explore cookieless first-party data collection and server-side tagging strategies. Okay, so yeah, this is why we should use SST or server-side tagging. So this was the introductional video, and from next videos I will show you how to set up server-side tagging for different platforms. For example, for Facebook, for Google Ads, for Google Analytics 4. So yeah, hopefully this will be a great journey. And yeah, that's it for this video. You have a good day. Bye bye.